I'm Marie Foster Gnage, and I'm the Downtown Campus President as well as the Executive Chair of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. The book that I'm thinking on is Ernest Gaines, and it's called A Lesson Before Dying. It's a book about two young men who are not likely to find each other, but do because of the circumstances. One young man has been actually sentenced to death in the electric chair for an incident that he really wasn't responsible for, and another is charged with helping him to die, and die as a man, because during the trial, the attorney who was defending him called him a hog, and basically that he was, why would you put a hog in an electric chair? So this young man, Grant Wiggins, is given responsibility for helping Jefferson to just die with dignity. So, this is Grant Wiggins speaking. I want you to chip away at that myth by standing. I want you, yes you, to call them liars. I want you to show them that you are as much a man, more a man than they can ever be. That jury, you call them men. That judge, is he a man? The governor is no better. They play by the rules their forefathers created hundreds of years ago. Their forefathers said that we're only 3/5 human, and they believe it to this day. Sheriff Guidry does too. He calls me professor, but he doesn't mean it. He calls Reverend Ambrose reverend, but he doesn't respect him. When I showed him the notebook and pencil I brought you, he grinned. Do you know why? He believes it's just a waste of time and money. Please listen to me, because I would not lie to you now. I speak from my heart. You have the chance of being bigger than anyone who has ever lived on that plantation or who come from this little town. You can do it if you try. You have seen how Mr. Farrell makes a slingshot handle. He starts with just a little piece of rough wood, any little piece of scrap wood. Then he starts cutting and cutting and cutting, then shaving. Shaves it down clean and smooth till it's not what it was before, but something new and pretty. You know what I'm talking about because you have seen him do it. So his aunt, who can't take it, who really does not want people to think of her child, her grandchild or godchild as a hog or as not a human, wants to send this young man to talk with him. But at the same time, it's teaching others lessons, in this case, a white sheriff and deputies and people within the community, teaching them about the dignity of life. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, or mulatto, that you are a human being. I chose Ernest Gaines because it's someone that I actually met, and I did a master's thesis on, at the time he had written, I think he was into his 5th book, and the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman had become one of the, a kind of a overnight success because it was made into a movie and everyone was talking about it. But I got a chance to meet him and talk with him. I interviewed him for my thesis, and then in later years we became pretty good friends. Unfortunately, I didn't keep up the friendship. So, but I would read his works, and I knew the people in that community because I went to school for a couple of years in Louisiana, and it's all about Louisiana, all about the place where he grew up. So he never writes about anyone or any situation that's outside of that community. And so there are plenty of stories to tell, but he makes these people live for you. He actually introduced me to other writers, in person. So Henry Louis Gates, I had the opportunity to meet because of him, and then Henry Louis Gates helped me publish my first book. And then I also, at one of the gatherings, I got a chance to meet Eudora Welty. All these names are old names, but they were definitely icons. And then Robert Penn Warren, I got to see him make his last appearance, and this is all because of Ernest Gaines. So he introduced me to a world that I would not have been introduced to, authors I would not have gotten to know a bit about, more about anyway, and so it makes him very special.